Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2, gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2, gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, y'all, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, this shit crazy, man. Bro snapped on him. Man, bro slapped on him, man. Them young boys was standing there just listening. He in the same category as them. Bro just got brought home 2 weeks ago. So he's a pup. So this is a pup screaming on pups. This is out of control right here, man. I'm just looking back like everybody from the town, everybody looking like, yo, that junk. Like, bro might as well be the leader. You know what I mean? This is what dude say. Like, it's crazy, man. So, like, it wasn't nothing like that, though. I ain't even gonna lie. It didn't look like too bad on their behalf. Like, dudes looking at the red team different now. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just that it was unspoken that, you know, bro was getting to work. And, like, for real, he's a pup. But at the end of the day, man, it be like that sometime, man. I told y'all, man, it be like that, man. So, Bull just kept doing him. Bull just kept doing him. So, as time went on, in 2C, Bull started winning. Like, Bull kept going. You know what I mean? Bull kept going. And for real, I want to say the run they had, because I was in 2C pod again. I ended up catching another dirty, but I was in there for at least 7 months before that happened. You know what I mean? And I'll say like the first 60 days, you know what I mean? 30 days, I'll say for the first like 90 days, man, Bull and them was smoking boots. Man, Bull and them was murdered. Man, Bull and them was in there getting to that bag. They was in there getting to that bag, y'all. I promise you. And it's like the way he played it and stayed out the cut and stayed out of everybody's eye. It was like, I think that's how he was making it. You know what I mean? That's how he was making it, man. Like, bro was pulling up on me and was telling me that, you know what I mean? Like, he was taking care of bills. He was doing this. And I believed him. You know what I mean? Because when you consistently get in that D block, man, there was so many things on Susses too, man. I'm telling y'all, man, if you consistently get in that D block, you're going to get some money. And I'm talking about grand money. You're going to get good money on Susses too. And bro was winning, man. Bro was in that joint and he just was kind of like a quiet dude, you know what I mean? Just kind of minding his business, you know what I mean? All of that. So like, for real, I respected it a little bit, man, because that's how you're supposed to be in there. Like, if you're going to be a member, man, you got control of over 30, 40 dudes that's going to listen to you, man, and you got to move right. And getting money is the #1 object. You know what I mean? Like, and getting money is the #1 objective. Like, that's what we got to do. And that's what I would do if I was with the red team trying to build them up. So I think that was bro plan. Bro wanted to build them up, you know what I mean? But still, though, like, he showed good leadership qualities on how he handles stuff. So, like, when stuff used to get crazy and stuff used to go down, dudes used to come back and go holler at him. Dudes will go holler at him, and, like, he'll be the dude that probably didn't even want these stuff brought to him because he didn't want people to put him on Front Street as far as what he had going on. But when a problem would happen and something happened on the compound, ever since that had happened with him, people will come back to him. And that was crazy because bro in the gang now, because bro on the red team now, probably like a couple months. So it's like you started seeing everybody coming to him with stuff. You know what I mean? Everybody coming to him with stuff. But this is around the time where like, this wasn't like the sets were separated. Like it got like that after a while. But on Susses back then, like if you was red team, you was red team. Like, of course they had a set or two, you know what I mean? But still though, everybody still rocked together. Like if an order come out, if anything come out pertaining to the red team on some dangerous stuff, all the red team is going to move no matter what building you in. They're still going to put work in. So that's why I say the sets and stuff didn't move. So like for real, everybody that knew. So everybody that knew my man from Norfolk and everybody that knew Bull, they was winning. That was part of the red team. Like all the dudes that had a little rank, you know what I mean? A couple dudes from New York, like they was winning. They never was able to go to bro. They never was able to go to nobody else and get freaking thousands of dollars worth of D block. And he'd be like, yo, just make money and throw me this. Like, so like everybody was winning around them. Everybody was winning around him. So that's why people brought the problems to bro. You know what I mean? So like slowly but surely, he was becoming that guy. He didn't even know it. And I can remember this one time when we went to the visiting room and my mom came to see me. I want to say it was my mom came to see me, but it was on a Saturday. and everybody was outside. It was like springtime. It was like around this time, matter of fact, April, May, something like that. So everybody outside rec. When you come out from visiting room, you go late, you gonna come out from visiting room while people still in the yard. So when me and bro was in the visiting room, like we was coming out, like we both got like shut down together. I see his peoples came, you know what I mean? His mom and like probably his baby mama or his daughter or somebody. But he had like 3 people. So we kind of left together. So we was leaving together. They strip searched us together. So they made us wait. They let everybody go at the same time after everybody gets searched. So we were waiting. I was waiting. I just looked at bro, you know what I mean? Bro had a little different. Like I looked, bro had got the set name written over here. He had something written over here, man. Somebody's name or something like, but I don't know what it was, but he had got a tag like under his eye, like right there. So I look at him, I ain't even noticed it at first, but I seen him, I'm like, that John crazy. I was like, bro, you number one. I already know how I be joking. I said, man, you number one now, ain't you? I said, you number one. He was like, shh, nah, your man number one. He told my homeboy from North, he number one. I said, oh, you number 2 then, you number 2. He was like, nah. I said, so what you say, you still a pup? You still a pup, boo? That's what you say. He was like, oh, nah, I ain't no pup. I ain't never been no pup. That's just the label that they got. You know, the rules of the stuff. Like, I ain't never been nobody pup. But, you know, it is what it is, though. So I'm like, man, that's crazy. But I was like, bro, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, you straight, you know, me and you ain't kicked it in a minute. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, you straight revamp that team, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, I mean, bro, it don't take nothing but a little bit of money. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, that's all, bro. Like, somebody on the street that's gonna look out for you. You know, that's all it take, man. He was like, for real, I'm just trying to see the homies win. He was like, cause you know, a lot of the homies don't be having nothing. He was like, man, like, unity comes from, man, winning, man. He was like, when everybody winning, everybody happy. When everybody happy, it ain't no problems, man. He was like, last thing I'm trying to do is mess up and get shit off this joint. You know what I mean? But he was like, for real though, man, like, I know people be knowing I'm the one that's getting the D block. So as he was saying that, I wanted to be like, yo, bro, how you getting that? But I didn't want to ask him that, you know what I mean? So they was like, all right, y'all go back. So we started walking out. So when we got to like the main door, you know what I mean? Me and him still kicking it. So we come out, we stopped. So we was like right there by the support building, like, but everybody is on the yard. The whole yard is right there. The court's in front of us. The court's over here, the court's over here, boy. You know, we got to go back to the left because we going to 2C. We in 2 building. So we out there and me and bro kicking it and we talking. And then as we talking, you just hear like, hey, yo, what's popping, homie? Like the gate just got packed out of nowhere. Like me and him talking, and I look. The basketball court that was 4 building, like right there, 4 building was to our right, because we close to the 4 building. Man, I look, man, the basketball court and I came to the gate deep as they done came to the gate super deep. They like, yo, what's popping, homie? What's good? Yo, what's up? Bro, what's up, homie? What's good? What's good? Everybody, yo, everybody throwing it up. He like, he said he was talking to me. He was like, hold on, Weezy. What's popping, homie? What's good, homie? Yeah. Before it was all said and done, I thought bro was fighting himself, y'all. So boom. Nah, I'm joking, man. He was basically throwing up the signs back up to the other red team, but there was so many of them. He was like, yo, what's up, homie? What's good, homie? I'm like, man. I was like, yo, bro, go out. He was like, no, hold on. We come back together, bro. So me and him start walking back towards 2 building. So we get the 2 building side. That's all you heard dudes come out of nowhere. Hey, what's popping, homie? Yeah. They home right there. He was like, yo, what's good? So we coming around. So we hit y'all one. We see y'all one. Everybody pull up hollering at him. I'm like, man, this is crazy, man. So I'm like, yo, I'm gone. I see another dude from Norfolk. He see me walking with bro. He like, yo, what's poppin', Weezy? I'm like, what's good? He's like, yo, why you ain't bum home yet, Weezy? I'm like, man, go ahead with that, man. I'm like, man, go ahead. I'll holler at you, man. Dap him up. I shoot. He was like, no, you might as well. You mess with the big homie. So when he said that, I was like, the big homie? He was like, you might as well. You mess with the big homie. So as he say that, I'm still walking, but I hear it. I'm like, the big homie. I look back at Bull. Bull was still at the gate. He heard it. Then he looked at me. He was like, he hit me one of them jokes. I'm like, oh, man. So I walked back to the pod. I left him out there. You know, he was a superstar. When you get in that bag, you a superstar. You know what I mean? So I go back in the pod. When I go back in the pod, everybody that stayed in was still in there. I went in there, used the bathroom, got myself together. When Rhett came back, he came back. When Rhett came back, bro was sitting out in the pod. All the red team members pull up on him. You know what I mean? They treated the man like he was that guy. Like basically, man. And like I just wanted y'all to know this, just to see how it is. Like if you're the person that can get the bag, like you can control a lot of stuff. Even the members, man. Even the red team and the blue team. You can control that if you get in the right bag, man. It's sad that that'll get you in. But at the end of the day, man, you got that money or you got that work, man. The members will let you in they stuff, y'all. So boom. And this is what's going on, bro. He's winning. He's winning, and now he's a part of this crew, and he done won so much in a short period of time. these dudes is looking at him like he's the big homie. So like it's a major shocker to me, man. I ain't even gonna lie, it was a major shocker to see him at this level. But you know, with the red team being new to Virginia, kind of like I was seeing like, yo, this is crazy because I never been this close to gang members ever. You know what I mean? But this is the first time, so I'm like, man, that's wild. Like when I would have conversations, they're like, yo, for real, bro, like they just bring anybody home. Like some people would talk bad about the red team, like, yo, they just bring anybody home. They don't care what it is, as long as they can get more numbers and you can get the package or this and that. That's all they want to do. Now you had a bunch of dudes that was on the red team that was haters. You know what I mean? They used to hate the two. They used to call them the 2-building red team. You know what I mean? And this was who Bulling was, the 2-building red team. And I want to say it used to be a certain part of 4-building, you know what I mean, that didn't like them, which red team members of the certain part that didn't really like, you know what I mean, Bulling them, but they always still get along. They always still get along because Bull would kind of look out for everybody. He would play fair with everybody. But at the same time, it's never going to be people that, it's always going to be somebody that's not happy about the whole thing. Now, this one dude, I'm not going to say his name. It was another red team member that was up there that wasn't from Virginia. You know what I mean? He wasn't from VA, but he had a little rank. But he was the same way as Bull, but he had the rank already. You know what I mean? So he was feeling like, how the heck is everybody riding Bro coattail? And Bro just was a pup a couple months ago. You know what I mean? He was looking like he can do the same thing. But the dude I'm talking about, he wasn't from Virginia, but he got locked up in the 804. So I guess, I don't know if that opened his knowledge up about the dog food, because I told y'all 804 was the king of dog food in Virginia. Like they got the best out of all the cities. I don't care what nobody say. I'm Portsmouth. They ain't got nothing on Richmond. So like, I don't know if Bro picked up like, yo, like since I'm, you know what I mean? I got locked up in the, I can get the dog food too. But he used to get the dog food. The dude I'm talking about, the other big homie dude. Now, he used to get the dog food in 4-building. And the main thing that would kind of bring drama to the compound used to be when dudes bump heads about the bread. You know what I mean? Now, the only reason the red team that gonna bump heads with Bull and Bro, that's the big homie, is because Bro might not be getting the same amount of money he was getting before Bull started eating. Bull getting all the money. So now the red team member, he's mad because when he get his work, don't nobody want to work. So it's like basically he got customer too that he's selling it to. And I got this from a dude that was in 40-building that was telling me this, like, yo, the big homie dude can't sell his work no more because Bull and them got all the clientele. So like when it's a situation like that, you basically gotta just stay pat. You just gotta stay in the cut and just wait till that's gone, and then you can come out and sell your stuff. But it's only, you gotta worry about if your D block gonna fall, because the D block, y'all know that junk, man. Like I don't know how it is now, but back then, like dudes would get the D block, and I don't think they can have it long because it used to fall. You know what I mean? When I say fall, it means it gets weak. It's losing its potency. So like that's dudes used to go through that. So you would have to get rid of it quick. You know what I mean? Just for that won't happen, man. But like the dude that's the red team, man, he ain't getting no money. Ain't he getting stuck with his pack? So they said he used to pretend to act like he was cool with Bro. You know what I mean? But the whole time they say he used to get somebody to buy from Bro, and then he'll try to mix it with his joint and try to revamp his joint like old boy was doing on goddamn American Gangster. When he told him like that's infringement right there. Like that's a brand name. That's a brand name right there. You can't do it. That's a brand name. God damn it. That's what the red team member was doing. So the word that got back to Bull and them like, yo, dude down there saying because they had a name for the joint. I can't even remember the name of the D block that he used to have, but they had a name for the joint. But the dudes were like, yo, the dude down there selling the same joint you got. He's saying that's that. So like Bull, I guess he looked at it like he didn't give dude nothing. So like he hollered at Bro from Norfolk. You know what I mean? I guess Bro from Norfolk probably had to alleviate it. So from what I saw was when they all came together on the yard. So this was what I was assuming after I got the count of everything. Then I seen all of them come together on the yard. It had to have been about this right here, man. You know what I mean? So they had a meeting on the yard. This was, we had a dog field. 4-building was on the yard too, so we had to go all the way down there. They had to go all the way down there to talk to 4-building. So I look up, it's like 15 red team members on our part on the gate, talking to another 15 red team members on the other gate. So they having a conversation, they all talking. And goddamn, the nigga Bull just was standing there, and the dude from Norfolk was talking. The dude from Norfolk was like, look, y'all can't be down there saying y'all got the same stuff we got and we ain't give y'all nothing. So the dude, the other red team member that went from Virginia, he like, man, listen, man, I can sell my stuff. I'm gonna sell my stuff. Y'all listening to what people telling y'all, homie, that ain't got nothing to do with us, man. Y'all down there ain't really breaking bread. Y'all ain't putting us in a position. We gotta get it from a rough. So when he say that, the dude from Norfolk like, you be getting the pack. You ain't never sent us nothing when you be getting the pack. He was like, yeah, because I was just starting off. So they going back and forth. It's a power struggle about the money, like I told y'all. It just kept going. I looked up at Bull. Bull was just standing on the side, and he was just leaning on the gate like this, just listening to what they were saying. You know what I mean? He was listening to what they were saying. And the jump went on for a minute. You just heard Bull just started. He just finally said something. He was like, he looked at bro from Norfolk. This word, he looked at bro from Norfolk. He was like, yo, look, homie. This is what I'm saying. Like, if I ain't give it to you, don't be saying you got my name. Don't be saying you got the same name I got, homie. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you keep doing that, it's gonna be problems, homie. It's gonna be problems, homie. So dude was like, all right, well, that's what it is then. So like, I'm sitting back looking at this whole joint like, man, like dudes can never get along. Not even dudes on the same squad. That's always gotta be a problem, y'all. So boom. So the meeting was over with. We go back in the pod. When we go back in the pod, you can see the red teams. They hollering at each other. They trying to get everything situated. They trying to get everything level where, you know what I mean? I guess to see what's going to happen next, basically, man. Like, the dude basically said he going to keep doing what he doing. And what he was doing was getting somebody else to buy the stuff from them and then putting it with his stuff. Then selling weight of the stuff that he's saying they got down here, which was crazy. And like Frank said on Goddamn American Gangster, that is a brand name. That is a brand name. And you can't do that. So that was the problem. So the whole time I'm looking at this joint, I'm like, man, like I be seeing what dudes' falls be coming at. Like, it's always somebody in the inside pause that be messing stuff up. So I'm like, man, I didn't know how this was going to end. You know what I mean? I didn't know how this was going to end. But at the same time, though, I was just hoping that they can kind of like get it out of the way. And whatever it was going to be, it was going to be, man. Because I ain't want to see none of them go down, to be honest with you, man. But all I know is, man, when we had rec. I don't know what had happened, man. When we went to rec, I guess my pod or even their pod, they had waited. And then I don't know how they ended up waiting and they saw each other. But when they saw each other, they clashed. Man, they clashed, y'all, man. It was a big melee of a fight. You know what I mean? They said it was like a 4-on-4. And, you know what I mean? At first, they was like, Bull won't even fighting. But Bull went and jumped in. And they all was right there wrecking. Bro from Norfolk, it was the dude, the other big homie dude, full building. They all got the rumbling after wreck in the morning time. So this was crazy. So everybody come back upstairs like, yo, man, Bull and them just got the rumbling. Yeah. It was like they locked them all up. You know what I mean? So, like, this is back then, like, they didn't play. You know, Virginia trying to deal with how they gonna deal with the gangs. So like when a big fight happened, they getting rid of you off the top. You know what I mean? Like you gonna have to learn from that shit from somewhere else. So that everybody that got involved in that fight, they shipped, man. They shipped them across the street. This person that over there, majority of everybody went across the street to Sussex Run because they level went up high from doing that shit. You know what I mean? So it was a wrap for those dudes, man. Like for real, they had a good run, man. But every time somebody have a good run, man, somebody always mess it up, y'all. So boom. I know a lot of people that used to wait on that D block from them guys. I know they was missing it. Man, because dude used to get that D block. I ain't even lie, Bull was getting that stuff, man. But now they gone, man. So like, fast forward the tape, man. We're gonna fast forward the tape a little bit, y'all. We're gonna fast forward the tape. We're gonna fast forward this jump, man, and we are on Greensville now. We are on Greensville, man. So like, this is years later. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, like majorly years later. A lot of years later, honestly, man. Cause like, I done went through my Lawrenceville. I did 7 years on Lawrenceville, man. So like, fast forward that long, like put 5 and 3 more. So this is probably like 10 years later. This is probably 10 years later, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. So now I'm on Greensville. When I got to Greensville, I'm not even gonna hold y'all, man. Like, that was the most members of every crew I have seen in my life, man. And I have said this in other stories, and I'm gonna keep saying it, man. Like, that place, man, was gangland. Y'all remember how that show used to come on? That's what I used to say when I look out my window and see everybody at rec. I used to be like, gangland. I used to be like, God damn, them fuckers got triads, they got bikers, got freaking Nazis, they got the freaking red team, blue team, the GD team, the freaking the BD team, the goddamn, I'm talking about, man, listen, man, it was too many crews up there for me to count. But with me only having a year left, I didn't really care. But I was just shocked, like, man, how they gonna send me back to real prison? And I finally made it to the finish line, man. Like, the things you gotta go through just to make it to the finish line is nuts. So I'm seeing how all this stuff is. Man, Greensville was the only place that I promise y'all, when I walked on that compound, I didn't see nobody from the town. I promise y'all, and I'm not saying it was up there. They wasn't up there. But I didn't really see nobody from Norfolk. I'm like, hey, where everybody at? Like, ain't nobody from the town. I'm bumping into a couple people, you know what I mean, here and there. Like, they ain't from the Norfolk, but I'm just like, this is crazy. So that was another sign that I just need to stay out the way, you know what I mean? So I'm like, this junk crazy. This junk wild right here. So man, I go outside one day, you know what I mean? And for real, I didn't even want to go outside. And I hated going outside, man, just on the strength that when we went outside, y'all, we went outside to a backyard. And my building is the only building that's going to be on my yard. But it was a fence separating us because it's 3 buildings. So I was in the first building, and then the middle building, which I think was 8. I think I was in 7 building. This was 8 building. It was 9 building. But we have rent with 8 building because they come from their fence. 8 building can go talk to 9 building or 7 building because they in the middle. But we on the first joint, so we only can talk to them. You know what I mean? Because they in the middle right there. So when we would have rent, man, like the 8 building joint was super gangland out. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like that building looked like how I told y'all how it was in 40 building when I got the Lawrenceville the first time. That's how that building used to look. All the maniacs was in 8 building, I promise you. So when we go out, like they'll be talking to our building, but they all on the gate, all these gangs, all this shit. So I had worked out. I'm on my workout shit. So, cause I'm about to go to the crib, so I worked out. So after me and my man worked out, we just walking lots. You know what I mean? So I'm walking lots. I look up. I thought I seen him on the second lap. Like I look, and I'm looking. I'm just like, cause he got, you know what I mean? Look, this is old. He got a little older, so I'm just first lap. I look, I'm like, and we come back around. I look again. I'm like, I'm looking at him. I'm like, hold on. I stop with bro. I say, hey, bro, who was that right there? My homeboy was like, who you talking about? I'm like, yo, the dude right there with the bald head. Cause now he got a bald head. You know what I mean? I'm like, the dude with the bald head. He was like, dude with the bald head. Yeah. We're gonna call him Chief. This was his new name. He was like, oh, that's Chief right there. Oh yeah, they call him Chief. I'm like, Chief? He like, yeah, they call him Chief, bro. I'm like, so we spent another lap. You know what I mean? So I guess he noticed me looking from that second lap. So when we coming back around, now he's looking at me. He like, hey yo, what's up? Your name Weezy? I'm like, yeah. He was like, what's up, man? Long time no see. I was like, yo, that's crazy, man. I walked up on the fence, man. Man, when I walked up on the fence, man, this man got teardrops, everything, man. I looked, man, his homies was looking at me. Them niggas was drooling. Them niggas was like, who was this nigga, homie?
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.